Most people trying to make money with GoHighLevel are massively overcomplicating it. But my affiliate Brent used a much simpler strategy that helped him scale to 75K per month. And in this video, he's breaking down exactly what he did, from how he got clients to what GoHighLevel services he offered and some steps that beginners can take right now. Brent, super good to have you, man. Let's give the people a quick outline of what we're getting into because we don't want to waste any time here, man.
Let's waste no time. Outline. Who is this guy? Why listen to him? And what's he got to say? So I'll just say who I am. And, you know, I've got an agency for 4 years and it's grown to the point where corporate job went bye-bye and I've got a full staff. I'm doing all these cool things and I'm excited to share specifically how I use GoHighLevel as essentially my office and all the features that I use it for and how it's been a pivotal part of my agency.
That sounds perfect, man. That sounds perfect. Hey, wait, what are you at real quick? Monthly recurring?
Monthly recurring. So this month we're going to hit 75.
I love it, man. I love it. I love it. OG Brent here. All right, man, let's jump into it. I'm super excited to see what you have, man.
All right. This is me, Brenton David Nichols. Be happy, be yourself, be your potential. That's what I truly believe. I believe happiness is a choice. I believe being yourself and being authentic has the most power out of anything. And be your potential is sort of my engineering mindset that there's optimization out there. You need to be what you can be, and you will be happier doing it. Won't always be easy, but that's what I believe. All right. So these are the two companies that I've built over the last 4 years. JDS1 Marketing and Dental SEO Pros. So specifically, I want to talk about my journey and how I came into this amazing place and the tools that I use that I'm hoping you can provide some insight. Look, I just want to even say this. I'm not like a guru or a tech expert or any kind of wizard, as some people like to be referred to. I'm an agency owner that's solving problems and making use of the most practical tools possible to deliver a result for clients. That's it. And that's how I've been able to create these two companies. JDS1 Marketing is 4 years old now. Dental SEO Pros is 2 years old. Niche down specific for marketing. You guys always hear that. Yet we serve dentists in that one. JDS1 Marketing, all local businesses. So that's a little quick intro of where you're going to see here, how I'm leveraging and using these two industries. So how I use GoHighLevel to run my SEO agency. A founder's honest take. That's me. Brent, JDS1 Marketing, Dental SEO Pros. Let's go. So GoHighLevel is my agency's operating system. It's my office. It's my front door. It's my phone number. It's pretty much how I go to work. I come downstairs. I work out of my office in my house, and I go into GoHighLevel, and here's what I do, right? It's my main phone numbers. It's got the pipelines that I use to track, my clients coming in. I use it for prospecting, and I'll show you kind of how I use all that. Invoicing and contracts. It replaces all like the DocuSign stuff.
Yeah.
So early on, I had PandaDoc, right? That was what you used.
The classic. Right? Yep.
And now I don't have to use that anymore, right? And I haven't used it for about 3 years. Forms and surveys, super critical. So customer support, when I have that in here because I have GoHighLevel accounts for my clients, right? They use GoHighLevel and they have a way to contact me through their GoHighLevel account. So that's what that means there. I use it for email newsletters. I use it for communications, call tracking, attributions, dashboards, reporting. I love the mobile app because we're on our phones all the time. So I use it for that. And of course, reputation management, which has a lot of features in it, right? Boom. So here's what I would say is one of the more important things of this entire presentation is don't overcomplicate anything.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. I know. We have a tendency to do that. And I know I have a tendency to do that. And it's not the way to go. Use it for what you need to use it for. And you can always learn what you need to learn later, but get the job done. You've heard the thing like imperfect action, right?
Yep.
There you go. Right. 80% done is better than 100% not done.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, so, and also we all know that Go High Level specifically, right, is a little overwhelming. There's so many little things you can do with it. And it's probably near impossible to leverage the entire stack for everything it's worth, because every agency is a little bit different. I'm going to tell you how I leverage it and do it. And what I missed on that first slide, which I probably should have been there in the summary, is I do use it for the AI employee, right?
Yeah.
And that is a product that, you know, we have been rolling out, and it's a standalone product. In addition to the SEO, it's sort of like a lower barrier of entry, which is good for prospecting and building relationships. And then I also use it for something I call Authority Engine, which is the reputation management, which is a review management system that, you know, again, lower barrier of entry, good for prospecting, good for building trust. Ultimately, my goal is to perform SEO. That's how my agency is making all of our money, is performing the SEO and building the trust and, you know, delivering results. Anyway, the goal of anything is operational clarity, not impressive complexity. So automation's great, but you don't start there. How big are you? Like, how many clients do you possibly have, right? Like right now I've got just over 50 clients, and I can have a relationship with all of them. I don't need to automate the crap out of things, right? I'm not like necessarily a SaaS agency that has that, you know, is like a mile wide and an inch deep. If that's the case, then yeah, you got to automate and you got to go by numbers. SEO agencies, we are a service-driven business. We build trust. We don't need to have all this crazy automation in there, right? So just for what it's worth. So master what you have before you add anything. That's like optimization. Don't complicate anything. All right. Contrary to what you may think, because I have had success in the industry, I am not a Go High Level guru. I'm not. I know enough, right? And I probably know more than I give myself credit for. Like if you asked me a question and I went in there, I'd probably surprise myself with my Go High Level knowledge, because I've been using it for 4 years. What do I use it for? This is the exact things I use it for right here, right? There's a lot of fulfillment that takes place outside Go High Level. Like in other, you know, everyone doesn't have a Go High Level website. When I get an SEO client, they have WordPress, they have Webflow, they've got Wix, they've got all these things, right? So, you know, there's a baseline of what I can use Go High Level for all the time. And that's what this is, right? Google Business Profile all the time. Easy peasy. You enter it in, it does an audit for it. You know exactly what the score is. You know exactly what to fix. It's one of the first things I do, right? The Yext, probably the second thing I do, right? I add on that. I get the directories created. I make sure the name, address, and phone number is consistent over everything. And this is a tool right inside Go High Level. That's what I use it for. And then I have that, all that's a kind of the same thing there, right? On the left-hand side, that's all that visibility tracking. I immediately get them the phone number, right? And I put that phone number. So the way I do it for my dental niche is I add first patient number, right? Like if you're a new patient, and I add some, you know, some fancy copy so it compels them. Usually the client agrees that they give a free consultation. You know, there's some interaction here, but if someone calls that number, I know they're a first-time patient, and I know they got there from SEO because they're on the website. And I pull that into the tracking in addition to the forms, which always, anytime, you know, there's some exceptions out there with the way certain websites are built, but mostly not. Mostly you can do this. You go and you make every single form a Go High Level form and embed that into their websites. And then you've got the attributions of how many people, how many leads they're getting, how many calls they're getting. And then you hook up their Google Business Profile, their Gmail, you get the Google Analytics, you build the dashboard, and you strip everything down, and you just track organic search. right? Because that's all you're measuring from an SEO standpoint.
Yeah.
Right. And then you get your dashboard and so you know exactly what's going on. And then you show your client this, like, look, log in, do this, and here's where the leads are going to go. I set up an automation to pull them into a pipeline, and I show them how to use it, right? So like it's immediate value up front. All this stuff can happen within the first 2 weeks of getting a client. That's the key, showing the client value immediately. Right? It matters so much. I've got my team on new clients. Every time that we get a new client, within the first 3 weeks, there has to be X amount of touches, right? A minimum of an email that sends a weekly win, minimum, right? On what's going on here. And then of course the review automations and follow-ups. That's crucial. Reputation is crucial. So the more reviews, the better visibility, all that stuff. So this is every single time I use this, every time. And it's the backbone of how I interact with our clients. It's a basically, we know the numbers.
There's a follow-up. You can't measure what you can't track, and you can't improve what you can't measure.
Correct. Basic stuff.
Yeah.
So get that stuff set up correctly first, right? It's important to do all the other things, right? And like you always hear detach from outcome too, right? Believe in what you're doing, and but let's get real. The outcomes do matter.
Of course. Yeah.
Right. So yes, detach from the outcome as far as removing fear from the equation, but it's more attached to, you have to measure the outcomes so you know what you're dealing with. Right. So that's what we do here. And so this is all important, very important, all right out of the only exception is, and I'm probably going to solve this within this week. Google Analytics ties right in here in the dashboard, right in GoHighLevel. It's easy peasy. The Search Console, which gets the impressions of the website, I'm trying to figure out a way to get that in there. But right out of the box that you don't have to even think about is the website clicks organically, the form fills and the calls, because you're going to set that up. And then you have to assign, this is a key information here too. This is a good nugget here. You have to assign a lifetime value of each client for your client. Like, how much is a client worth to you? For instance, a dentist, there's a ton of studies out there. The agreed upon lifetime value of a new patient is $6,400.
It's insane.
Right? It's insane. So you get them 8 new clients, right? What is that? It's like 50 grand. It's over 50 grand that you've just made for your client over the lifetime, just in that 1 month. And that's actually the real numbers from a meeting I just got out of. We got him 8 new, and he's very excited about it. And the ROI is way through the roof on that kind of stuff. So anyway, know your numbers is really important. That's the whole purpose of the slide.
All right. If you like this video and you want to be more like Brent, who is one of my affiliates, I have a private community right down below that you can get access to for free when you use my 30-day free trial link of GoHighLevel or upgrade under it. So word on the street is we have the best community hands down in the high level space. But let me not tell you, let me show you why it is. Because unlike the other communities out there, it's not just a community full of winners. It's also all of the training resources added on top of that. From how to get clients, client getting systems, trainings for beginners, snapshots, pre-built out AI agents, everything you could possibly need. But most importantly, we give you 7 live coaching calls you can attend for free every single week. So we come right in here. You can talk to me face to face if you want to chat with me, or you can message me whenever you want. We also have calls on how to help getting clients, help with sales, how to get clients advanced. That's running ads. If you have a bigger agency you want to scale, we definitely have a lot of people that have scaled agencies, so we have you covered too. How to learn GoHighLevel, how to get help with GoHighLevel, how to set up GoHighLevel systems. We have everything you could possibly need in this community. No one else is giving away the bonuses I have. I've even been known to give away free clients to people. That's not a guarantee though. You have to earn that. But like, we do stuff that no one else does. You also get access to Dominic's bonuses as well, who is another top affiliate who has white label courses, white label videos to help you get clients. I mean, there is nothing like what we give away. And the crazy part is you get it all for free. So if you want help from the Wizard and all my other coaches and all of my resources, go down below and sign up with that 30-day free trial link right down below. Also, if you need to upgrade, you can use my link. But if you already fully upgrade and have a high level, there's another link where you can get in. So I'm not saying you're going to hit 75K a month like Brent did. I can't promise you that. But I can tell you, you're going to be getting the same systems and structures structures that Brent got from me to go down that path. So if you're willing to work hard and really, really give it your all, I'm telling you, this is the absolute place to be. So guys, if you're interested in that, go down below and check it out. Other than that, let's get back to the video.
I love this one. So don't just try things like, no, I shouldn't say that. Try things, right? Because that's how we grow, right? We have to like break that 4% barrier like every single day, or else we're not going to grow and we're going to get stuck, right? What they say, fear is just mismanagement of the mind.
Love that.
Okay, if there's a fire or if you're being chased by something that's going to kill you, those are the exceptions where fear is very helpful. But outside of those exceptions, it's not. So, try all the tools, but it's got to earn its place, right? You have to actually understand how it's helping you accomplish your goal. Yep. Your goal as an agency owner is to deliver outcomes for your clients so you yourself can get the outcome. Your goal as an agency owner isn't to deliver an outcome for yourself and make money. That's not it, right? Because if that's your outcome, and if you're solving your own problem, trying to make money for yourself, which there's nothing wrong with making money for yourself, but it only comes from solving other people's problems. That's it. You solve other people's problems, you help them make their outcomes, and then you get your result that you want, right? So came a long way from this. Every tool has to earn its place. But, I just have a lot to say. Like, just every tool has to have its place. Like, don't use stupid stuff. Don't have all the things, right? Don't be a jack of all trades. Be like niche down, right? Like AI, first of all, I love it. It's exciting. And I devote an hour a day to learn a new AI tool. Like, just put it on your calendar, learn something.
Yep.
Right. Like, I don't know if I'm a new, like I missed the boat like a year ago. I don't freaking know, but I know that just 3 weeks ago is when I opened up my first Claude account. And I've been an agency owner for 4 years. I'm in the space. I'm figuring out all this stuff. But in that 3 weeks, I freaking like that tool a lot, by the way. But it's right now has no place in my agency. I'm still learning it. I don't use it for my agency. I still use what works and delivers the results. So it may and it will, because you have to grow and you have to change, you have to adapt, and you have to really stay on top of things, but stay on top of things smartly. So anyway, let's move on. Is the juice worth the squeeze? I had to say that. I actually said everything I needed to say in here. You test it. You're not going to kill yourself. Test it. Test everything. Try everything. Have no fear. Go out, but it's got to earn its place. Have your core things that you do each day with the tools that are available, right? And then don't over optimize. Carefully use the things available to you. All right. So here's what I've learned. Here's the honest mistakes, right? Don't automate every process until you've mastered it.
I love that. I just had to interject. I tell people that all the time. Automation only, and even AI only works once you have something that is working. Otherwise, it's just taking shit and making more people know about your shit. Like,
I totally agree, Declan. And I guess the examples here is early on in the Dental SEO Pros, I was like, I'm going to make this campaign where I'm going to send out this email message, and then I'm going to call, and then I'm going to text, and then I'm going to send out another thing, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do, like, I had like 60 different things that it was like perfect. It was like, by the time they're done, they're going to obviously like want to work with me because I'm providing so much value. But like, people don't get past that first thing. Right? You send an email, it doesn't mean they opened it. They probably trashed it, right? You need to keep, and I set this whole thing up, and it took me like weeks. And then I realized that actually none of that worked, and it was just a waste of time. And what really worked was actually picking up the damn phone and actually learning something about the business, right? And in an SEO world, if you want to have an SEO agency, you're building trust. You have quality clients, and you don't have a whole hell of a lot of them. Right. I mean, some people might think that, 55 clients is a lot. But for a SaaS company, for example, it's not, right? You can't survive with 55 clients. You need thousands, right? So yes, automation works in certain things, but not for SEO. For SEO, you're a relationship driven person. And, this is specifically for prospecting. Prospecting is kind of like, I actually kind of love it, because my philosophy of prospecting is helping. And when you have the energy of help and concern, and people can see the authenticity, right? I don't just say, hey, can I give you an SEO audit? I say, hey, would it help you if you knew what was wrong with your website? Do you even have the appetite to fix things that's wrong with your website? Where are you at with your marketing? Like where are you at as a person, as a organization? And a lot of people aren't ready for this kind of stuff, and you move on. But you need to be helpful. You need to ask the right questions. But yeah, don't automate, don't overbuild. The tools are for you, right? And tools and tactics change, by the way, all the time. I mean, especially in this AI world, what doesn't change is the core philosophy of business.
Yeah.
Solving someone's problem. Anyway, focus on the outcomes, not the sophistication of your stack, right? That's where everything should boil down to. And also make sure you can maintain, let's you set up a system or an SOP, especially in GoHighLevel. Like you now you have something, right? Now you've got to manage it. How do you manage that pipeline? All that stuff. So anyway, so that's basically how I use GoHighLevel. It's my central piece that I use, right, about everything. And we can do, I have my SEO lab where I'm going through prospecting. I'm going through specific tools of exactly what I do. I've got some courses coming out. Like I've got a lot to show and a lot to share, and I'm really excited about it. But I want to just thank you. You've been a big part of my journey, Declan, and you've known me for years now. So like the value that you offer, and the videos that you put together, and just the things that I'm learning is incredible, right? The more I learn, the more I realize there's stuff out there. And the main purpose that I wanted to bring forth here is have that central place, have a home for everything, have a system, and have a reason for it. And that's probably the most important thing. Have a reason for something. Don't just do things for the sake of doing. Oh, it's cool. Oh, well, does it save you time? Is it making you money? Is it making your clients money? Right? If no, then don't do it. Right? It's cool to have all these skills. It's cool to have all this knowledge, right? But putting it into action, actually implementing it. Like they say, like the A students work for the C students sometimes.
It's always, actually.
C students take action, right? They optimize what they have. And, knowledge is great, but only great when actually implemented. So take the pieces, implement it, create the piece, use the GoHighLevel as an agency, like baseline, and then grow from there. Not all your fulfillment, not all your things take place in there, but hell, it's your baseline. And I'm excited to have it. I don't think I could do anything without it at this point. So that's essentially the deck here, my friend.
I love it. Actually, I want to ask you a quick question before we wrap it up, because I think this is really important. What piece of advice are you going to give, let's say, someone that's watching this that wants to be more like you? Obviously, you're my affiliate, you've done really well, but from your angle, like, what is something you would tell someone, especially a beginner, like what is the next step they need to do, emphasis on do, not watch, after this video? Because I always like to give people like an operationalized kind of action step after these kind of video interviews, because I think it really helps, because a lot of people are constantly just giving knowledge, but just like you said, this stuff is useless unless you implement. So what is that one thing that you can distill down for the person watching?
As you might think that's a complicated question, but it is absolutely not. The one thing is to know what you want. Know what you want, because then it becomes easy, right? If you want to have a $10 million agency, if you want it, then the next step is believing that you can get it. And then all the actions follow, right? Your mindset is creating a container, right? It's up to the universe to fill the container. You're not filling it up. That's the outcome. You create the space, right? So if you know yourself and you know what you want, then understand that you can get it and it's available to you. You can go have it, right? So, and then I'll end with a tactical thing, because that's like kind of big picture. Okay, Brent, what the frick does that mean? Well, you'll know when you know, right? And the journey of like entrepreneurship is not just about making money, right? Money is an energy. Money actually helps you, accomplish whatever it is that your goal is, right? It's an opportunity. So my advice to coming out of this is know what you want, right? Because that's going to be the key, and that's going to help you get to where you're going way quicker than any of these tactics or software or things like that.
Yeah.
So what separates yourself? What really does is your freaking authenticity. Your freaking authenticity separates you from everyone, right? Anyone can learn these things if the information is available, right? You can learn anything you want. It's just understanding and building that trust and getting to the next level is all about consistency, action, and awareness of who you are and what you want. So like, that's really it. And I know even though I'm 4 years in and I'm we're going to hit a 2 million this year, right? Like, holy shit. Like, what's up with that? Like, where'd that come from? It's freaking cool, right? We just came back from a 3-week trek to Everest. Our dreams are going to be accomplished here. And it was just like little actions that all added up to a why and solving a problem and actually caring. People see that you don't care, right?
Yeah, I do. I couldn't agree more.
But if I'll boil that down to one thing, is know yourself. It's not easy. Like, you want to ask a tough question? Who are you? It's a freaking tough question now, isn't it?
Yeah. Because you have to strip down everything that's material. It's kind of like, who are you? It's kind of like Viktor Frankl said. He's like, when he was in that prison, he was like, you've read that book, Man, Search for Meaning? He's like, we were all naked. We all had numbers. We were all bald. Like, we were all the same thing. So like, what are we then? If we're all the same, what am I? And that was his great, just kind of like you said, like when knowing yourself, knowing things, it's a hard question to answer, because when you take everything away, it's like, who the freak are you?
Yep.
So I love that. That, man.
Yeah, man. And tactically, just set a minimum amount of time in your schedule to do just some playing around and some learning and some growing, right?
I love that. Well, Brent, thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate you greatly. And I can't wait to see you cross that 100K per month mark with your Go High Level agency.
Oh, yeah. No, it's shit. It's probably sooner than I think, man.
It is.
So I appreciate you, Declan. Always a pleasure, my friend.
All right, man. We'll catch you later.